Moi Kolumbiya ko na kado nam bili hozosi Assam state suwa kado minam te ho tapi trading le di ho trading a hozosi gunchu le to mai ta pang hozosi bon chau chunga kalim na kai ben sitting le to pathu kan sing he. Most importantly, esteemed guests who Mayang Lambam Ramesh Singh, Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly from Kaching constituency in Manipur. My respect and regards to him for being able to attend in today's the first ever Assam state level Thado Cultural Festival. He has been instrumental for the Thado people of Assam. He has been taking out all efforts to invite officials, government officials in the state of Assam to try to assert that Thado is distinct from any other tribe, anybody else, including Kuki. We are very fortunate to have Honorable MLA in our midst. I extend on behalf of the Thado community my heartiest gratitude to a young and dynamic member of the Legislative Assembly from Manipur. I also extend my warm regards to 𝗟𝗺𝗵𝗵𝗶 all the way from United Kingdom, 𝗟𝗺𝗵𝗵𝗵 all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Respected dignitaries and members from Delhi, Bangalore and all other parts of the states. And last not but the least, our colleague, leaders from the 𝗟𝗺𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗵, 𝗟𝗺𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵, Assistant General Secretary, elected office bearer of the 𝗟𝗺𝗵𝗵𝗵 General Headquarters, Aizawl, and media personnel from local and national. I convey my heartiest gratitude and thanks to you all. Today my topic is about distinct Thado identity in the state of Assam as well as in other parts of the northeastern states and around the world. I'll mix in Thado and English so that you can have a better understanding to all the audience. Thado is a distinct group of people who have their own identity. Identity means distinct dialect from anybody else, distinct culture from anybody else, distinct tradition from anybody else. We speak Thado language and we practice the tradition and custom culture of the Thados, which has been given to us by God and has been practiced by our forefathers since time immemorial. And the history of Thado has been painted black and blue and with different colors during the course of history. And the resurgence of Thado tribe has been among the youths after the advent of social media. It can be supposedly after 2010 that the youths have started realizing that we are Thado and our identity is Thado, and the resurgence of Thado started since then. And in 2015 a very historic gathering called Thado Conclave was held in 2015 in Delhi, wherein 10-point declaration was made by the conclave. Again, in 2024, Thado Convention was organized again to fulfill and strengthen the 2015 Thado Convention, Conclave Declaration, and wherein it was categorically mentioned and declared that 𝗧𝗛𝗷𝗁 are not kuki, 𝗧𝗛𝗷𝗁 are not a part of kuki, and 𝗧𝗛𝗷𝗁 are not under kuki, and 𝗧𝗛𝗷 have nothing to do with kuki. In 1984, 𝗧𝗛𝗷 National Council was formed in the state of Manipur. If I'm not mistaken, on 1st March 1984, 𝗧𝗛𝗷 National Council was formed. And the idea of that 𝗧𝗷 National Council was that we are not kuki and we are not a part of Kuki National Assembly in the state of Manipur. And then 𝗧𝗏 in Manipur have opposed to the idea of insertion of a new tribe in the state of Manipur called Kuki tribe or any Kuki tribe, because leaders of at that time perceived that the addition of new tribe called Kuki or any Kuki will affect the 𝗧𝗏 community because it is a duplication of the 𝗧𝗏 tribe by anti-𝗧𝗏 people. They have opposed to that name, but they could not, because of political reason, in 2003 in the state of Manipur, a new tribe called any Kuki tribe, a universal fake Kuki tribe was formed in the state of Manipur that has been leading to confusion till today. And the suppression of 𝗧𝗏 identity by none other than the so-called Kuki group has been very, very intense, and systematically they have been targeting the 𝗧𝗏 identity. Today, as we celebrate the first ever 𝗧𝗏 cultural festival, thereby reviving the cultural festival of the 𝗧𝗏, festival of the festival, spring festival, celebration of the germination and sprouting of seeds as an agricultural background, and 90% of the 𝗧𝗏s are agriculturalists, and we are into the occupation of agriculture and human cultivation. And this time and season signifies that 𝗧𝗏 have to celebrate the sprouting of the seed that we have sown. And today we are trying to revive this identity at the state level, in a larger level, because the tradition of HUN rituals has been diminishing, and we want to revive. And with this revival and resurgence of 𝗧𝗏 tribe, a resistance has been there from many groups, basically from the Kuki group, and today, with the help of the Almighty God, we are in the position to rejoice with few numbers, not few numbers, with determined and committed 𝗧𝗏 and unyielding 𝗧𝗏. Today we are in the position to show to the whole world that 𝗧𝗏s can withstand despite all threats and intimidation from any other anti-social elements, including the Kuki militants. So that's the brief highlight about how 𝗧𝗏 has been suppressed by the none other than the Kuki, how 𝗧𝗏 identity has been snatched away or has been misappropriated by the Kuki group. And 𝗧𝗏 at one point of time also feels that, oh, we must be Kuki, and we don't bother about all these things. And most importantly, at this crucial time of Manipur violence, we came to realize the necessity to strengthen and reiterate that 𝗧𝗏 is not Kuki, because the Kuki never considered the 𝗧𝗏 organization and bodies, and that Kuki is made up of few vested interest people, not of the conglomerate of a common ethnicity. We're not telling out of emotion, we're not telling this out of frustration. It is all scientific and it is all proven that God has created the 𝗧𝗏 and Kuki as separate, and that's the reason why we are not being able to form a common ethnicity. And in terms of Manipur violence, if we have to look into it, There is no common ethnicity called Kuki because Kuki has been denied by our 𝗧𝗛𝗵𝗵𝗶 brothers and sisters like Tamar, and our brothers and sisters, 𝗧𝗛𝗵𝗵𝗶, or our Mizo brothers and sisters like 𝗨𝗨, 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 and all other small Indian way of classification of tribes. None of the tribes in Manipur have subscribed to the terminology Kuki, including the Thado itself. And in true sense, this Kuki is a non-existent identity. This non-existent identity has been propagated and has been formed as a kind of a pseudo-rhetoric or nationalism in a form of Kuki country or Kuki state or Kuki latest Kuki Union territory. They have been misleading the entire Thado population by all types of act of terrorism and act of violence. So with the help of the Almighty God, unyielding Thado were able to withstand this, and the Manipur violence is a wake-up call for the Thado people, that God has given us an opportunity to realize that Thados are not Kukis, and it gives us Thados people as a determined and a clear-cut position that we have to assert our identity, and it becomes a wake-up call for the Thados of Manipur, and that has also become a wake-up call for the Thados of Assam. If we look back to history, though I'm not a historian, I want to tell you that Thado have two versions of origin, which has been not contradictory, but as per the Thado research scholar, the origin of Thado is cave, which we call it Khul. And this Khul, the name of the Khul, the cave where Thado people originated, is called Sinlung. Sinlung. And this Sinlung is situated situated somewhere in Chandel district of Manipur in Longzat village. And the migration pattern starts from Chin Hills towards Lusai Hills, and then Thado came up to Kachar. Some of them went to Silhet, and some of us came to NC Hills, not Kachar Hills, and some of them came back to Naga Hills and came down to Manipur. This is the migration theory of the Thado history, which we have found in the books of the Thados written by Dr. 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵. If you take back time, then Thados can also be somewhat called kind of migrated from somewhere else. But if you take out time, then Thados are not migrated. In fact, it's a kind of, and they are the indigenous people in that particular region, irrespective of the timing. Suppose in the state of Manipur, the issue of illegal immigrants has been boiling. So who are the indigenous people? Who are the permanent people? Without identifying, how can you tell somebody that he or she is a foreigner or refugee? So the Manipur government, if I'm not mistaken, on September 2022, have taken a decision that to define indigenous people. So the definition of indigenous people in Manipur is very clear, that he or she belongs to a recognized tribe, provided the father, the grandfather or great-grandfather should live there in that particular state not later than December 31st, 1961. So, whoever comes after 1961, they are illegal immigrants and foreigner in the state of Manipur. So, the issue of foreigner issue in Manipur is not a threat for the Thado people. So we are not afraid. So that's why Thado in Manipur leadership says we are not afraid of NRC, because my father was born before 1961. Forget about great-great-grandfather. So there is nothing to fear. This is the position of the Thado people as regards to indigenousness and illegal immigrants issue in the state of Manipur. Same case in the state of Assam. NRC was conducted, and none of the single Thado residents and individuals were missed out or has been kicked out from Assam because they are not able to fulfill the update in the criteria for update in the NRC, because Assam was the first to conduct NRC, and Assam is one such example where Thado doesn't need to fear about NRC in the state of Manipur. So this is what the Thado people advocate for, and in any issues the Thado people are not afraid, and we are safeguarded by the Constitution of India, irrespective of Thados in Assam, irrespective of Thados in Manipur, even in Myanmar, and even in wherever we reside, because we are the legal residents of that particular state or that particular country where we live. So the position of Thado is very clear that we are distinct. We are not under anybody's, we are just distinct. Yes, we are Indians, and yes, under that Indian Constitution, Article 342 of the Constitution of India, we are classified as a tribe, as a distinct tribe, Thado tribe, not as Kuki. So today, I would like to appeal to Kuki Shela, Zokai Nawe Tichu, 1996, 𝗠𝗶𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗶 TTC President Hilaya, and a Polu Sahil, Michael in Tatagabojo, 1995 ako na TSA, Pata, Mizoji Laipola ko na affiliation, ano Sahil, we're just continuing the legacy. It's not about Michael bringing in something new. We're just following the footsteps of our forefather. When Thado Hojun, when we assert our identity, now, people who feel that Thado are under their pocket, they are threatened. Thado cho kyo pocket na ame ti hochu, Kuki pocket mo ya sai kyo sakawa ame ti hochu, boyu ta chu na. Kabo ipano wa chu. Min sum zo si chu, an bo do wa Thado chu. Chot pa te te de ego no vai le ho yong chu. Thado cha pa ga lam chon ngai dong ga la ki at bon le. Ka ki chok no push back ga bon le. Tam le hom ta chom ya koi man alon ji het di lo he na. Aji chu pathin thil sim Thado nam lo pi ki ko do na de nga pathin na go ni je ti jin. Yo u bi u pathin chu thang wan yong sam ta ka pi na he. Tuni ni kon history nei ho hi koi ma to ki na di poi. History nei hi koi ma to ki sau na di poi. Adi di say adi di bol ding til pai. I loading back. I'm loading back Kuki country na. Kuki state ipo ipi ju wa tu ni ai boy yu chu. I'm loading to ai Manipur ra. Atina Kuki to mai sai tina le I'm loading Kuki union territory. Aboy pi ju wa boy yu chu. Aboy pi lo yo boy lo chu. Hết chuyện rồi mà lâm cày cái tạ lâm cày thứ đi xây ai ho lâm cày thà đồ lâm cày họ mà thứ đi thứ tạ hàng sân à xây ngâm lâu chỗ chăm là xây ngâm lâu chỗ à đi lâu thì bùi vào chạy chạy là mấy gì là cái pollution lại đi chỗ ai họ vắng cho cầm thòng thu ấy bồi ý định nào thứ đi hiến politics social revolutionary military to cultural identity hi à chôm hiến ai nga hichi hojun cultural identity chu unthreatened. India chu land of law chu hichi bole chu so ke hi ja chu law chu ana chan to ting le mi jo si chu gul jong chu aku a lu ting le azan ba nga chu India chu law chu ahi ba nga chu ta ting le chu ngucha na cha ngà thinh nuôi sông nuôi thùng rồi ai đinh bà chú lo đông chú chú chỉ tiệt thế bằng lẽ lo chú emoji rồi lẽ ông khá đồ tiếng này lo chú lo thôi thôi ai đinh à chỉ thôi thôi nè ya chú ít ta sang India anh chú và chú Indian rồi ít hàng năm cho ai hàng sang ở máy hiện giờ chú thà đồ INPI Manipur thà đồ Student Association làm cái họ cho này viên chú ta sang điếu chú ít gì lẽ ai gì nhỉ izo bol na kimol bol na ong he itha do sei na wa chu ya chu hang san tai pan du hin pathin chu ho la wa pan ja ai chan i ge hi pathin in apan no e kun pi su ke hi pathin in hen su ke hi i mei san le ho chu hi tai a mei san ho chu da ha om pe pe di wai tai tha do chu kuki poi ti a peace progress development chu i chi pi wa hi chan i lu ta chu cha mei san te te ho chu bye bye ti điều ta we don't have time phát cái này bồi ti điều ta làm thu được rồi nào anh chỉ hỏi lắm cái gì ta ấy hồi nào và nói là họ ta excursion cái gì cũng ta là à thinh người chỉ cha ông mà nếu mà chỉ cha thì bị dùng chỉ thấy đâu chỗ nào bây giờ chú vì là hàng sân tại bản điếu ý là bảo distinct thà đồ identity bài tu trọng đến chỉ biểu tình nó biểu tình nè khi nó phải chấp nhận luôn tạ vào mà chú thà đối hiện là chú chỉ biểu cái mà ấy thà đi rồi nè như trong hàng sân người đến cái thà đối nào cái làm sao biểu tình thì chú tôi nhà các gã sẽ hiện số biểu mấy thầy họ hiện số biểu Mizoram con MZP làm cái họ hiện đăng hiện là thằng là program họ cũng mà bên mấy thầy MLA họ cũng điều hiện ai cái thua piwin sum na pai ai cái thua piwin hung vin namo jang u kio to naga ki ho vin cham na naga si mo ki wala nga ku mai thei ku ha phalo tam ta no mo min mo sa ki no hi na mo jo kasi na lo hi lo jo ai ku ki kai po ki a cho ve lan lu lo ve ho jang wal ta hi la ka ti wa mo jong chu mo le mo chu rik sa lo wai ho ki na hu ki ku jo na hết thêm điều gì đấy chứ chỉ hết thêm tuần hình ngài chủ sinh tiếng là mi Manipur boy na si a kuki ho to mấy thầy to so mi mar to CSO ho Ministry of Home Affairs je kha cái một tổ điều chỗ ấy ho cho boy na giao lối hiểu chỗ cái một tổ sai hiểu chỗ mấy thầy hòn phải chúng ai in là lâu thà chứ mất tiếng ai gồm ho so siêu chỗ này hiện thì hình ngày đâm nó thùng điều hiện khá đồ custom tung ra vợ cha nó thà điều chỉ nó bỏ điều tỷ lệ trăm justice cái một tà chỗ họ chỗ à thì thu cái xây trái nèนี่ก็ทัดทวงที่ใช้ใจงานนี้เนี่ยเราไม่ทำเลยที่ใช้ใจจะมาที่สั่งเลี้ยงที่ใช้ใจจุดทั่วที่ใจจุดขาดกัสตอมจุดเกี่ยวตัวนั่นจุดที่กัสตอมจุดยาจุดปูรูนั่นแหละเอ้ยมึงอ่ะน้องจุดว่าตายแล้วบ่อยเลยไม่จิ้วเลยถ้าตัวร่างกายเขาจะดิ้นตัวว่าไม่เท่ากันที่เสียไม่เท่าอ่ะบ่จริงหมดเลยถ้าตัวกัสตอมจุดเลี้ยงจุดน่ะจะดิ้นเลยจุด justice มุ่งที่ไหนจุด justice จุดอีเดียอยู่จุดน่ะ justice จุดไอ้บ้ามาจะให้เราbeding asapa ki sam kai lo ki country to ki state to ka he tu ding ki chu ai thei lo thi le na da chu tha do ho chun lam kai ho chun chu ata san lo ju wa bula pana Manipura thi be dau te a chai na chu a pha chum poi thi be dau te ti ju wa chu lam kai ho chun min sin azang za izat ki thu jong le sei sit izat ki thu jong le e chu chu ki dia ma khang mai sei pao chu khang ma ki bo chu ki sa mo sa chu ki het mo sa hu yu ngai chan ki ge hin dan ni pi te ho distinct thado identity thado is not kuki the refining process of thado from kuki chi pi pao hi mano hi din chi pi din ki thot to ten pang leo han a thiên nong i ho lama pan ding kata sanin ang pang pe nong pang jing ding hin a thiên jing kuma che le han tha do hi zat nam so pi me re so pi sam ni so